You alright? Just about to have an oil field snack. A bit of dead cow, eh? I'm about to jump into my old yellow beast and start running over the road for a week or so until Wes has his time at home. So I'll speak to you soon. Hope you enjoy the video. If you like it, please subscribe, and if you subscribe, hit the little bell thing so that you get notified when we put another one on. Alright? See you later. Hi. It's Monday night, West Texas, and it's been not a bad day, to put it mildly. A couple of loads today in the old puddle jumper here. West got unloaded this morning and get reloaded a day early with a bunch of sweet potatoes. Headed up to Ogden. He's going to swing through here, pick me up, and Ryan's going to fly in to Midland tomorrow. I'll pick him up, bring him here. He can take care of the old lady here, and I'll go with Wes up to Utah, and he's going to fly home for a little while, get a break. He's been running pretty hard, and he's a good man to have. He's developed into a really good driver. Touch wood, whatever you want to touch. We had a few issues in the beginning with him where he was inexperienced, and but he's really not put a foot wrong lately and just been running well. So hope he enjoys his break. Paul, he's somewhere in Georgia right now, going to be in Florida. He just runs crazy, that boy. He'll be unloading tomorrow in Florida. And I know he was playing, him and his boy were playing with the remote control cars and trucks up in Idaho at Jeff's place when we were getting the truck trailer lights fitted in his unit. So that's where he's at. Unloads in Miami. Brett, a new man, he is unloading in Miami as well tomorrow from way west Texas, west of San Antonio, almost at Mexican border. So pleased with his first endeavour in the truck, and his exact words to me were, if I had the choice to pick a Volvo that is 6 years old or a brand new Freightliner, it'd be an easy choice, straight to the Volvo. Smooth, comfortable, and all the things, there's little touches in the Volvo that it's almost, they've got a group of truck drivers together and said, what are the butt aches in the trucks? What can we do to make the truck more pleasurable for you? It's almost like they've designed it that way, because that's what he said. For the choice of a brand new Volvo, a brand new Freightliner, which he was driving at his previous place, or driving this 6-year-old Volvo, it would be a straight, easy choice. So I've been a notion to go buy some more of these things. Freight rates are starting to climb a little bit. Here's my thinking, right? Don't tell my wife, because she'll try to stop me buying some of these things. But I just think that, see, when all these places, these restaurants decide, right, we're opening up, that's it. When the Cracker Barrel decides it's opening, when Denny's decides it's opening, when everybody decides they're opening, where's the food coming from? I think that when it starts to go and everybody, it's strange, you would think that people could plan ahead, but you know, these restaurants will be thinking, call the food service, let's get the stuff delivered. Well, guess what? The food service probably won't have it because they don't know when it's going to be needed. So when that goes, I think we'll see rates climb to a really good rate. Bear in mind, this is the guy who predicted 2020 frack boom. Right, but it's a boom for me, alright? Take it easy. I'm enjoying it. It's when I pick up a load, there's hardly ever a line at the pickup place, the sand plant pickup place. And when I get to the well, there has never been a truck in front of me at a well. This time last year we were running hard. You get a load and you would get there and you'd have to freaking sit, you'd be 10 trucks back, or the well would be shut down, you'd be waiting for empties. I haven't had that. That's what happened in my next load, no doubt. But it's been, if you get a shout for a job, you go out. I'm sitting here facing the road right now, ready to go. And if I get that, up here, get to the light, turn left and straight up there, pick up, fast, down, unload, done. 3 hours, and you can do the load, and it pays decent enough for what it is. So it pays really good for what it is. So that's what's going on. So then once I get up to Idaho, maybe there's a little oil leak in the yellow truck, so I'll have a look at that. And I'd like to get an alignment done on it, and I would like to get the steps fixed on it, and I would like to get a new fender on it, and I'd like to get a new bumper on it, and but work in progress. I'd like to maybe bring that to the oil field and put Wes into another Volvo and get the really good fuel economy going over the road, and I'll just bring the yellow one here, and whenever I get time, do a little bit to it. I'd like to get a buffer machine and polish it, but I don't know where we'd plug it in. Maybe the people at the hotel here would let me do it, or I could buy a little generator or something. But the figures on the oil field, just for your information, when I was here last year, fuel was $3.20 a gallon. Now, with my discount here, is $1.86 or something like that. I think I paid for it the other night there in Loves. So you go with that, and last year I made a video that I ran 4 loads. I think they were $600 loads actually, Fantasyland now. But those 4 loads, I ran them, and 28% of my revenue went to fuel, and another 18% went to the people we were hauling for. Well, I'm getting a smaller cut taken off me here. It's only 15%. And when I did my fuel analysis, when I filled this up, that sounds very technical there, I hope those who are really into this are impressed, but when I did my fuel calculations, although the rates have dropped 3 times since I got here, I was only here for 10 days when I got here the first time, so I never really knew what it was. So they've only dropped twice really, but since they've dropped twice, my fuel usage is only 19%. So when everybody panics and says, oh, the rates are down, this is terrible, you know, the world's going to freaking end the way we know it, for me, I just think, you look at the whole picture. You know, your fuel is the biggest chunk, and I pay my guys a percentage, so we're all taking a cut. I pay myself a percentage. Whatever these trucks do, the guys are on a percentage of it. So, and inevitably, when the rates go down, their cut goes down. But we've been able to run harder and keep the wages up. We're working a bit harder, but we don't really notice it as much because we're not restricted by the logs. So I think that'll come back soon. I feel that we've got so used to this. You know, Paul was in Idaho on Saturday, he's going to be in Miami Tuesday. You know, 800 mile a day is just easy these days. And you can run when you want to run and when you're fresh to run. That, you know, if you're in Scotland or the UK, those numbers probably sound quite outlandish to be doing 800, 900, 1,000 miles a day. But when you're sitting at 80 mile an hour, and the roads are so wide that when you're sitting going across Nebraska, my goodness, it feels like I've done 62 in a coach going up the M6 in the UK, and 85 mile an hour here in the snow, even bad weather, you know, it doesn't feel any faster than 60 in a coach does, going up from up by Manchester through Preston all that way, you know. You can't even do 60 below there, you know, because of the camera system and the roadworks. But once you get up and going, there's a lot of places that 60 feels faster than 80 does here. Just the way it is, I suppose. But so the calculations, we're running faster, we're running quicker, we're turning loads over quicker, although the rates have been lower, the fuel's been lower. So I think dare attempt fate here and say that this has been pretty decent. I mean, considering what shape the world's in, I think I'm doing alright here. We've kept the lights on and kept everybody in a job, and we've increased ourselves the size of the guys working for us and the amount of trucks we've got. So I don't know. I was either going to do this or go into coaches in my own in London, and my goodness, it just shows you how, you know, you get to a fork in the road and you take one direction. I did have a lot of guidance about doing this, but if you had a coach company in London and now, you know, I don't know what you'd be doing. I don't know if the government's helping. I don't think they are. I heard that David Urquhart Travel at home has closed its doors. I don't think they went pop. I think they just decided, you know what. And when are elderly people going to be going on coach tours anymore? You know, who's going to sanitize the hotels in Blackpool and make the coaches? You know, it just is it's a horrible situation there. You know, if you're an older person and that's what you like to do. And I love doing those trips. My funnest things in coaching were, you know, my wife and I would do the Blackpool Friday and Monday, and I loved it. We'd pick up a bunch of people in Scotland, you know, Ayrshire, maybe three pickups in Ayrshire up to Paisley, into Glasgow, Buchanan Street, and maybe Motherwell, Hamilton or something like that, and then down to Gretna, stop in there, get with breakfast, and back on the bus, you know, and all the way down to Blackpool, round a bunch of hotels, maybe anywhere from 6 to 10 hotels, dropping off, picking up as you went, and back up and dropped off again. And I loved it. It was a great time, and taking the elderly about in coaches, you know what, you know, old folk were very young ones, and they had the life in them, and they've still got life in them when they're older. Don't be kidded that because folk are older that there's no a bit of wild living in them. You know, it's a good experience doing that. I loved it, got to tell you. But I would like to have been doing that as well, but my goodness, when is that going to come back? Don't know. How long is a piece of string? That's it. But no, this is alright. I'm going to have a wee take you out and let you have a wee look. I've got a couple of TLC moments that I need to take care of in the truck here. I'll just spin this around. Maybe I'll just lift it up and get it out the holder here. Like see in the back here, but this is just the truck. It's just space for a bed there, you know, and it's, you know, some storage up there and a shelf. And just down here some controls for whatnot. It's just very little space in the back here, you know, but it is what it is. So I'll let you take this. I'll take this out and let you see what needs to be done to the old lady, okay? Aye, so we're outside now. It's really quite a lovely night here. I'm still hauling pipe in, look at that. I really want to get a flatbed and haul pipe. My wife is sick listening to me saying that, so I fancy it. So the mud flap here, seen better days. Change those. It's just brittle, thin plastic there. There's had a new airbag there, and back here, that tank there, at the bottom, just to the side, there's a little tiny chip where there's been a stone come up years ago probably, and it's rusted. It's got a slight air leak. So I want to fix that. This is the gubbins end in here. That's a very expensive turbo if that goes wrong, but I know a man that can fix it. Looks like it's got new shocks here as well. They'll last about 10 minutes out here. But around this side though, I noticed the smaller I checked it for oil, this here, this radiator bracket, has come loose. I'll just take that off and put a big wash, shove that back on and put a big washer behind it. And we've got some sort of oil explosion going on here. So when you get that steamed off and see where that's coming from. But it's not used any water. I used a little bit when I first got it, but I don't know if it was low and had been sitting and we just topped it up. But you can see there's a bit of oil going into that wheel well there, just coming off it. It is a leak, it's no... Might even be power steering fluid up in here, look at that, eh? Could it be you that's causing all the trouble here? Or it might just be the freaking oil field roads. Having said that, we're on the tarmac for pretty much 95% of all, but there's a nice money making trailer there. An RGN removable gooseneck. Wouldn't mind a shot at that someday, but hey, we'll stick with what we know at the minute. There's still trucks rolling up and down the highway here in Texas. But she starts every time and she drives and she pulls and she does a load, and hey, I'm only in it for 3 hours at a time. Straight pipe flatbed, get in there. Yeah. Stand here all night, film trucks. Anyway, I'm not going to. I need to go lie down because I might get a wee shout for a job here in a little while. So thanks for watching these videos. Honestly, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the comments that people are putting on there. There's some credible comments, you know. It's we managed to get people watching here that are into trucking and into trucks and got experience at it. So anyhow, I'll shut the hood up on the old lady and unhook my trailer, hook onto that one and go get 100 grand for it right now. Alright, thanks for watching, see you later.